Hey guys, here I am again, Barry with Barry's 8-Track and Classic Car Radio up here. And this next radio is out of a 1976 Chevy Monte Carlo. It was just an AM radio sent in by Jason in Prescott, Michigan. Hey, there's a Prescott in my state too, Prescott, Arizona. I live in Prescott Valley. This gentleman's from Prescott, Michigan. So we're in a sense we're sort of distant neighbors, I guess you could say. Now, one thing, there's a special note on this particular radio. As I mentioned, it was an AM only radio, which means it was not capable of stereo output, and so the customer has requested using the original connectors for easy plug-and-play installation, and so now I need to tell you guys a little bit about this. I hope this isn't too hard to read or understand, but here's a schematic of the original radio, and the highlighted yellow line, you can see that there's 3 speakers hooked up to one single amplifier output because it was, because it was an AM radio and it only had one amplifier because an AM is typically mono. So we've got 3 speakers coming off this one output. One goes straight to the right, to the front right speaker, to the right front, and then the other 2 speakers are fed by a fader. So you can fade between left front and the rear, but the right front speaker will remain at the same level regardless of the fader setting, and it's all just coming off of one channel, so you can't get stereo sound out of this. That's just what the original connectors and car wiring force us to settle for. So now that we know that, I'll demonstrate that right now. Let's turn this puppy on. I got it set to AM at the moment. Let's turn it on.
That are malicious and vindictive.
Okay, now we'll bring our output level meters.
And you could go after them personally.
Now you'll watch as I adjust the fader that the right front speaker stays the same. Okay, so I'm fading between left front and right rear. And the right front speaker does not change with the fader setting.
Bloody expensive.
Okay, so now that we've got that established, so now we can go to since there's no balance or fader to adjust. If this is the only fader.
It's a great idea, but somebody has to organize it. And then Judy
is the original fader.
Has to fund it, 'cause these things
so now that we've established that, let's make sure the dial light works. Make sure we got a dial light. You can see it flashing on and off behind the plate. Let's go to FM, which we do by turning unit off, then right back on within about half a second. And I have all 5 presets set to FM stations in my area, so we can get through this part of the test really quick. So off, on. Okay, now we're on FM.
But to put this in perspective, if you have billion adherents of 2%.
And there we go. That's our FM. So that concludes the test. There's not much of test on a radio that only has one speaker output. Just make sure that everything works like it did from the factory. And I've made everything according to the original schematic, which is accurate still when where the connectors are concerned. So we should be good to go. I'm Barry with Barry's 8-Track and Classic Car Radio Repair, and you can reach me for service by visiting the website in the description below. And please download and print a work order off that website before calling me with a bunch of questions, because that's what the work order is for. It's there to answer all your questions, has all my options and prices, including options for turnaround time, because that's what everybody wants to know. So please have a work order in your hand before calling me with a bunch of questions. Thanks so much for watching, listening, and thank you, Jason, for your business all the way from Michigan, and we'll see you guys next time.